Nico here with fightmaps.com, currently at Systems Training Center in Hawthorne, California, alongside with UFC newcomer Christos the Spartan Giagos.
Hey, how's it going? Christos, Giagos here, and thank you guys for having me.
Over here in his pre-fight interview, his upcoming fight, here on the October 25th against Gilbert Burns, who is a three-time BJJ champion. The guy's 8-0. Without giving away your strategy, what way do you think that you're going to be able to put him away?
Definitely on the feet. I mean, I'm not saying the ground is my weakness, but I'm not going to play in his strengths. So if I can choose where to beat him, it would have to be on the feet. I feel like my wrestling is a lot better than his, so I truly believe he's going to have a really hard time trying to take me down. I know he's good on the ground, but he has to get me there first, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty confident in stuffing his takedowns, keep it on the feet. I'm excited. We're using, the biggest cage I've ever been in, so I have a lot of room to move around. So I'm looking forward to it. I think this is a great matchup and a great first fight for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now in terms of fighting, you fight at 155 pounds. And not only that, I mean, your last two fights have been absolutely spectacular. You had was it a first round submission?
Yeah.
It was a first round submission. It was a triangle. You won that title at the Tachi Palace, and now with the RFA with the flying knee in your second round. I mean, that's absolutely beautiful. You won both championships. I mean, who's the one that called you? Who's the one that gave you a phone call in the UFC?
So yeah, I mean, I was hoping for the UFC call after my first title win. Winning impressively with the first round triangle against Savak Nagakian. That didn't happen, so I said let's keep fighting, and RFA offered me a title shot, and I knew if I won that fight, the UFC would be calling, and to win impressively as I did, I'm sure that was a big help. But my manager called me. I was at work, and he was like, "You have a passport?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You're going to Brazil?" And I was like, woo! I got really excited, and I yelled really loud, and I was at work. Everyone's like, what the heck's going on? So I guess Joe Silva talked to Jason, and they set it up.
Great.
Tell us a little bit more about your management with Iridium.
I'm managed by Iridium Sports. I'm mostly in contact with Jason House from there, and I've been with them for almost 2 years now, probably like a little over a year and a half, and they've been good. He's finding me all the right fights. I haven't felt like they're just throwing me out there in the wolves. He's picking the right fights, doing the right moves to get me where I gotta be, and I can't complain. I mean, look where I'm at now. So he's helping my dreams come true, and I can be happier with the management I'm with.
All right. Now, when you first started your MMA career, you were training at Elite Training Center, and then you decided to move over to Systems Training Center. How has that change been for you, and what improvements do you think you've made in that time?
It was actually a big change. When I first started, I didn't know a whole lot about the sport. I just knew I wanted to fight. So, I went to Elite Training Center because I had a friend in high school whose dad owns that gym, and I told him I want to fight. So I started training there, ended up getting a fight. And I still didn't know too much, but then I had a friend named John who invited me down to Systems Training Center. And when I came here, I saw the big variety of fighters. I saw the different promotions that everyone's fighting for, and it was so different than Elite. Elite was just like a couple people we had there. We had a couple people fighting there, and we had just one promotion I was fighting for, and so I was a little iffy about the situation. So I made the change, and it was a lot more convenient to train here, and I feel like training with a lot of different fighters was also a big change and help for me. So I was really happy with my decision. It was kind of skeptical at first, kind of hard with the change, but I adapted, and now some of the training partners are some of my best friends.
Now, upcoming against your UFC debut here on the 25th of October, you're fighting Gilbert Burns. Now, I know he's had a little bit of a problem with cutting weight. What do you think about that?
I know his last couple fights were at 170. His debut in the UFC was at 170. And, it can be good or bad. The bad, he's going to come in heavy, strong. I know that's what his plan is. But it could be good for me because the weight cut can hurt him. It can gas him. He could be not focused on his fight so much as making weight. So that's going to be on him. I'm not too worried about my weight. My weight is good. I know he hired Mike Dolce, so I know he's gonna cut a lot of weight last second, and so I mean I'm not too worried about it. I know it's gonna probably affect him a little. He's not gonna be as fresh as fight as 170. So, but I'm gonna expect him to come out, you know, guns blazing, best conditioning. I don't want to underestimate him at any level, because that's when you get carried away and bad things happen. So, I mean, I wish him the best of luck. I wish, you know, he does make the weight. I want it to be an exciting fight, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely excellent, and not to mention what a great UFC debut on UFC 179. Yeah. That's you know, are you headlining the prelims?
No, I'm actually there's 3 separate. It's a UFC Fight Pass, which I'm the second fight, so I guess I'm headlining the Fight Pass.
Okay.
There's 2 fights. I'm the second one.
Okay.
Then there's the prelims and the main card.
Okay.
But I'm expected to put on such a great fight that they're gonna re-show it on the pay-per-view event. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, absolutely. So October 25th, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Once again, UFC 179. That is Jose Aldo versus Chad Mendes, as well as the co-headliner, which would be Glover Teixeira versus Phil Davis. And once again, that's Christos Giagos.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.